When the clock strikes midnight, history doesn't sleep. It whispers. Tonight, we open a case file buried for decades. A crime so carefully erased that even the body disappeared. In January of 1961, in the heart of Africa, a nation's first leader was executed in secret. No grave. No trial. No witnesses who dared to speak. His name was Patrice Lumumba. And this is how one of Africa's brightest futures was silenced. After more than 70 years of brutal colonial rule, the Belgian Congo finally gained independence. The world watched as a new African nation stepped into freedom. At the center of it all stood Patrice Lumumba. Young, intelligent, fiery, impossible to ignore. He spoke openly about African dignity, about unity, about a Congo that belonged to its people, not foreign powers. But freedom came with enemies. Power vacuums always do. Lumumba was elected prime minister. And almost immediately, everything began to fall apart. The army mutinied. Provinces attempted to break away. Foreign interests panicked. Behind closed doors, Western governments labeled Lumumba a threat, not because he was violent, but because he refused to be controlled. In the shadows of the Cold War, independence looked suspicious. And suspicion often ends in blood. Just months into office, Lumumba was overthrown in a coup. The man who helped remove him was Joseph Mobutu, once his ally. Lumumba was arrested, dragged from place to place, beaten, humiliated. Photographs taken during his captivity show a man still standing tall, even as his fate was already decided. The question was no longer if he would die, but how quietly. January 17, 1961. Lumumba was flown to a remote region of the Congo, controlled by his enemies. That night, in the dark forest, Patrice Lumumba was executed by firing squad. But this was no ordinary killing. The men responsible feared something worse than justice. They feared memory. So they destroyed the body. Lumumba's remains were cut apart, dissolved in acid, until nothing recognizable was left. No grave. No proof. Only silence. For years, the world was told false stories. That Lumumba escaped. That villagers killed him. That no one knew what happened. Governments denied involvement. Documents were hidden. Witnesses stayed quiet. It wasn't until decades later that the truth began to surface. Belgium eventually admitted moral responsibility. But no one was truly punished. Justice never arrived. Who gave the final order? How many governments were involved? And how many African leaders learned that independence came with a price? Patrice Lumumba did not die for committing a crime. He died because he represented a future others feared. A future that never came. Tonight's case file ends without closure. No grave to visit. No sentence served. Only a name. And a truth that refuses to stay buried. Some crimes don't need fingerprints. They leave scars on history itself. This has been Midnight Case Files. And when the world goes quiet, we listen. For more real crime stories like this, follow Midnight Case Files. Subscribe, like, share your thoughts in the comments, and turn on the notification bell so you're alerted the moment a new case file is released.